Hello and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I know that this has been a big change and an uncomfortable change for many of you. I want to welcome you to this year because I'm excited about all the different things that are actually going to occur. It isn't going to be normal. It isn't going to be what we're accustomed to. I know that everybody's getting accustomed to this new normal, but I want to share with you some of the events that are occurring this year, and we are trying to get back to normal as best that we possibly can. We learned a lot from our fourth quarter last school year, and we're trying to adjust to ensure that kids are being taught by our teachers, that educational standards are still being met, and that we're interacting with your students in a better manner so that they feel like they're interacting with school. So having said all that, I should introduce myself. My name is Chet Richards. I am the principal. I wanted to introduce some of the new things that are occurring this year. One of the biggest things that we tried to do last year, we piloted a program during the second semester, a college support class. The college support class is run through Barstow Community College and is concurrent enrollment for classes that they offer. We're trying to give students an opportunity to take free classes that gives them an edge on their college ambitions. So they will end up with 30 units if they start their junior year of college credits, which is a full year of schooling that will be paid for. We'll be paying for the books and we'll be providing them some support and guidance while they're taking these classes. But in all, it is an online instructional class through Barstow Community College that offers these units to them. This is going to be offered. We have 3 classes offered to our juniors and 3 classes offered to our seniors. They will have that option to take the college class or take classes through our Admentum. We are starting the school year online. It will be a hybrid model, so I'd like an opportunity to explain that. Although your students will be online, although they will be taking their classes through an online format, they will only be taking those classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, or they'll have a Tuesday, Thursday schedule. On Friday, they'll be given assignments, and their off days, they'll be given assignments. But they will only be receiving that face-to-face virtual instruction on 2 days a week. We have a schedule we will be setting up. And we'll be sending that home to all of you. The schedule will include 50 minutes of instructional time with a 10-minute break. So the teachers will be giving them instruction 50 minutes for the day, but they'll have 6 periods a day. That'll happen 2 days a week. On the days that they don't have instruction, they will be given assignments and they'll be getting interaction from the teachers through emails about the things that they're supposed to be doing on those days that they aren't receiving the instruction. This is the hybrid model, and the goal is to get back to school as soon as we possibly can. As soon as the restrictions are taken away from us, we want to get back to school, but we want to do it in a safe manner. Please know that we're still working on what that'll look like so that kids feel safe, that we are conducting a very sanitary environment for them to learn in, for our teachers, students, and staff members. This year, we are also going to be focusing on communication. One of the things that occurred during fourth quarter was a lack of communication between the parents and the teachers. And for many reasons, we got thrown into an online distance learning model that nobody was prepared for. It all hit us so fast. And this year, we're going to be prepared. We're putting aside time for teachers to make phone calls and emails to parents and to students to make sure that they don't fall behind in any of their studies. As far as sports are concerned, I know that CIF is working diligently to try to get sports back to us by December. They have a plan. There will be practices. All sports are theoretically at this point going to be offered in 2 seasons instead of the 3 seasons. They may be cut a little bit short, but they are working hard to get our sports back. I wanted to review our student learning objectives. We expect our kids to follow all of these. We wanted to be able to identify our students from other students by these attributes. We want them to exhibit grit. And especially during these changing times, grit is so important, that die-hard attitude that you're never going to quit. We need to see that in all of our students. We're still offering our CTE and our OOP programs, the Skills USA classes, to develop occupational development and get them ready for the next chapter in their life, whether it's going to be in the workforce, in the military, or at college. We're still striving for academic achievement. We want students to achieve. We want them to know what it's like to work hard because we believe that that ethic is what drives them to success in life, no matter what their path. We want them to have that passion for learning. So lifelong learning is essential. We want them to be learning no matter what age. And social proficiency, as weird as this is going to be in an online format, we're still thinking about their social emotional needs. We are still trying to keep them socially active, but this online forum will present its challenges in that area. I talked earlier about our online support, but we will be interacting in a way where the students are in a class. The class sizes will be smaller because of the hybrid model. So our class sizes will be at max 15. So there will be opportunity for the teachers to support them online when we are doing our online virtual instruction. Again, I want to talk to you about communication because it's really going to be a highlight. I want to make sure that we are communicating with the students so that they know what their expectations are, and that we are communicating with parents so they understand what their students are expected to do as well. On top of that, I really implore you to make sure that all of your demographic information is updated so that we know what your email addresses are, we know what your phone numbers are, because that communication, so we can give your child the best education possible through this format, it's going to be pivotal in making sure that we are collaborating together. And academic integrity and academic rigor, they go hand in hand. We still have high expectations at ACE. We still believe that your students should be putting forth their best effort and working to understand the material. We want them to do it on their own. There are so many resources out there that you can utilize for support, and we expect your students to know and how to use them and get that help from our teachers to know where they are, but we want you to use integrity while doing so. We have additional teaching staff members this year. We have replaced one of our 7th grade teachers. Mr. Carmichael had taught at the elementary school. He is now coming over to our site. He'll be teaching science and history and robotics as well. Daniel Craig is our high school SAI English teacher. We are still looking for our high school SAI math teacher. Patty Jacobs has replaced Mr. Bates as our high school math teacher. Selena Balasoto has replaced Mr. Ridge as our other high school math teacher. And we've added an art elective, and Tracy Seligman is going to be teaching that class so that students can receive their A through G credits, their fine arts credits. And Cassandra Forer will be replacing Miss Bird as our English teacher for ACE and RMS both. Even though that model is going to look different than it would be when we were face-to-face, we still have expectations for students to behave. We want them to be safe. We want them to be responsible, and we want them to be respectful. This is going to be posted all over our school, but it's also going to be highlighted in the lessons in the first few weeks of school so that students are shown what our expectations are going to be, even if we are on an online model. The foundations of PBIS, the positive behavior interventions and supports, is to remove that assumption that everybody knows how to behave, because when they have 6 teachers, they may have different expectations within each class. They may be expected to act differently and behave differently in a high school setting, in a college setting, or in a military setting. We want them to understand that, and we don't want to assume that they know exactly how to behave. We're trying to teach the behaviors that they understand what our expectations are, and that ever-changing expectation may be whether it's in public, whether it's at home, whether it's in a professional setting. These behaviors need to be taught and reinforced. So it's more of a positive model than a punitive one. We want to correct behavior through reteaching and documenting and trying to find that pattern to see what benefits a student and helps them to learn how to interact with others in a positive and professional manner. We believe in positive reinforcement and that 5-to-1 ratio where we are trying to give them accolades to all the things that they're doing correctly and then give corrective advice as well. But it should be that they're reinforced more positively than negatively. Our Counselors this year remain the same. Ms. Marks is our counselor for A through L, and Mr. Bird will be the counselor for M through Z. This is all the last names, so if there are any needs that are required in scholarships, for college admissions, for career explorations, for PSATs, for the bridge dual enrollment, all of these entities, if you have any questions, we want you to be able to reach our staff, our counselors, so that they can give you the direction that you need. Activities and clubs are also going to look differently this year. Mr. Estrada is still our ASB director, and he will be maintaining the ASB class. They will be meeting online. They will be trying to lead and be influential in all the different facets of our school when we return, but also when we're away. They use Instagram and social media to post things and keep that school spirit alive, but also keep our students positive and focus on what they should be doing. They're generally responsible for dances and major activities, and all that will be coming back as soon as we're allowed to. Please be assured that we want that to be, we're excited to get back and see our students face to face. And they'll be planning for that day. They'll be planning for all of the activities and fundraising opportunities to get back into the groove of education. Athletics, our department, our RMS athletic director is still Mr. Estrada. Our athletic directors for high school athletics are Mr. Coach Dickinson and Coach Lagergren. Athletics, like I said before, is going to be postponed. All the offerings, they will be providing all the information, the physicals and the athletic packets and all the things that you need to know will be provided throughout the school year so that we don't miss a beat when they actually open up our athletics. I want to welcome you back, and I want you to encourage you that our staff is amazing, and they're working with our students, and they're trying to do the best that we possibly can, given the format that we're opening school in. We're excited to start school on August 11th. Our school will start at 8 a.m. online. It says 7:20, but it'll be 8 a.m. Our back to school night will be a virtual back to school night. It'll be on August 17th for our Monday, Wednesday students. It'll be on August 18th for our Tuesday, Thursday students. We originally had picture day early August so that we can get our cards, our student cards to them. That's going to be pushed until February. Although it's going to be different, I know that we're all working together. I have trust in our community. I ask that you have faith in our teaching staff and our all the people, our administrators, our leadership, so that we can create the best learning opportunities for your students given the conditions that we have to follow. Thank you for all of your patience, and we ask that you work with us so that we can still make 2020, 2021 an amazing school year. Thank you.